shouldn't have to allow for the reaction to every answer from the SNP benches before we proceed to the next question. Mrs. Maria Miller.
Prime Minister, your responses today have been deeply unsatisfactory.
Yeah.
The President of the United States has advocated torture, misogyny, racial discrimination, sexual assault, isolationism. The leaders of Canada and Germany were able to respond robustly, but your response was to jump on a plane as soon as possible to hold his hand. Mr. Speaker, doesn't this country deserve a leader who's willing to stand up for British values?
I should say, I have issued no response, and the honourable gentleman not only shouldn't breach parliamentary protocol, but he shouldn't tempt me. The Prime Minister.
I'll tell you what standing up for British values is. I and this government introduced the first modern slavery act in this country. I have ensured that stop and search has reduced because I don't believe that anybody on the streets of this country should be stopped and searched because of the colour of their skin. And I ensured justice for the families of Hillsborough.
Peter Bone.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Tonight, there will be a historic vote in this place. A vote that I never thought I would see in my political lifetime. The British Parliament voting to withdraw from the European Union under the excellent leadership of the Prime Minister. Though, sir, would the Prime Minister be surprised that people on the opposite bench who demand time to discuss this and debate it, namely the Liberal Democrats, didn't even bother to turn up last night? These benches are packed, those benches are packed, the DUP were here, and there were some Labour members. Isn't that surprising?
Throughout my political career, I've fought Liberal Democrats, and nothing that the Liberal Democrats do ever surprises me. But I will join my honourable friend in commending the bill that is before the House. This House has a very simple decision to take. We gave the right of judgment on this issue to the British people. They made their choice. They want to leave the EU. The question every member must ask themselves as they go through the lobbies tonight is, do they trust the people?
Well, the right honourable gentleman's here now. Let's hear the fella.
Who'd have guessed it, Mr. Speaker? We are here now and asking the questions about the future of our country on Brexit that a strong leader of the opposition should be asking. So, the Prime Minister.
Order, Mr. Knight, I'm very worried about you. You recently suffered from a bad leg. With all that shouting, you'll be suffering from a bad head. Calm yourself, man. Tim Farron.
The Prime Minister will return. The Prime Minister will return. The Prime Minister will return at some point with a deal with Europe that our people will have to live with for decades to come, especially our young people, 73% of whom voted to remain. Nobody knows what that deal will look like, but someone will get to agree it. Should it be her government? Should it be this Parliament? Or should it be, as I believe, the British people?
I've already said that there will be a vote on the deal in this Parliament.
Calm yourself. You're in a state of excessive excitement, Mr. Shelbrooke, even by your standards. Nigel Adams.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Quite difficult to follow that, Mr. Speaker. Back in the real world.